Okay, and I'm just recording. So, welcome you guys. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Sarah O'Connell, and I'm an Ambassador Diamond with It Works Global. And I'm here tonight with my friend Janny Copeland, and she is a triple diamond. How long have you been in?
Almost 4 years.
Okay, and I just in April celebrated 6 years with this company, which is so crazy because I remember thinking when I first started this business, I'm like, is there longevity to something like this? You know, if you're going to be starting something. And it's so funny because now I'm like, wait a second, I've had this job longer than some people keep what people quote unquote call like a normal job, right? So, and I think I would have been at my nursing job for 11 years. So I'm going to outrun that bad boy. But anyway, so tonight you guys, we're on here. We're just going to share a little bit of what It Works actually is. So maybe you've been seeing posts, you've been seeing people post about their business from home, being able to work from their phone with kiddos on their laps. They're making some extra income alongside maybe working a full-time job, whatever it may be. I know that's how we both started. But either way, just know we're super excited to have you tonight. I know sometimes it's hard just to get away, or you think it has to be perfectly quiet at your house, or you have this perfect moment to hop on. Really, we're going to share a lot with you that you can find a lot of success in this business with the very non-perfect moments, which is probably why so many people amongst our team have seen so much success. So if you're here tonight, it's because somebody sees something in you and they invited you. They're wanting to work alongside you, wanting to see how this business can benefit you and bless you like it has them. Or just maybe it's that they can see how it could possibly help you in whatever it is that you're in life right now. For myself, I was kind of just looking for something a little bit fun on the side. And we'll get into our stories with that. I'm going to let Janny start first with that. But tonight we're just going to share what is It Works, a little bit about the company, the different ways that you can make money, some of the exciting announcements, like Janny said, that we have going on right now in our company. And just, you're going to hear different things, fears that we had when joining this company. Because I'm just going to be really honest with you. You don't start something like this or something that you don't know fearless. And truthfully, I didn't walk into my nursing job after getting my bachelor's degree in nursing. I didn't walk into the hospital fearless. For sure, not for the first 3 years as a nurse. So don't wait for that part of it. But we'll kind of address some of those things because we understand that. And we want you to know, yes, we had some of those things too, or we didn't know everything about everything, but it didn't stop us from learning this business. It didn't stop us from succeeding in this business. It hasn't stopped us from hitting our goals and making bigger goals. And then along that line, helping so many other people do the same exact thing. So Janny, just kind of share a little bit how you got started, why you started, and what it's done for you so far.
Okay, so awesome. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad. It's so fun doing this together. So.
I know. Usually we're in separate locations, and she's like, I'm just going to drive across town and come hang out.
She's going to come over. So you guys, my name's Janny Copeland. I'm a triple diamond, and I started this business. First of all, I was a hairdresser, full-time, worked. I have 3 little kids, all girls. My youngest was 5 months old. So trust me when I say I wasn't looking for anything. I don't have the time, all of those things. I didn't have the time. I wasn't looking. When I say It Works found me, it really found me. I saw the before and after pictures on Instagram, and I thought they were interesting, but I was very skeptical. I was like, yeah, right. Couple months of scrolling. Finally, I reached out and asked a question, but I was not at all looking for a business. I wasn't looking to sell, that word sell. I wasn't looking for that. I'm not a salesperson, that kind of thing. I literally, guys, highlighted hair and did hair extensions and cut hair, and that's what I did since I turned 18 years old. So that was my thing. I was not a salesperson, and I did not have time. But when this company found me and I found out that I could actually make an extra $500 a month if I'm going to buy these wraps, and that's what I really want to do, guys. Our first product that we were known for is that wrap. So my stomach was in bad shape after 3 kids, all of them almost 10 pounds. If anyone needed that wrap, it was me. So I just wanted to buy it, but I didn't have extra money to buy something like that. So I started thinking, if I make a little bit of extra on these babies, then I can make some money to pay for what I want to buy. And then I could actually, my wheels started turning. I was like, I want to get a new car. I had been driving around my van or my SUV with the dried French fries and the crumbs in the seats and all that for a decade. And I wanted another car. So I'm like, if I can make $500 a month, then I can get a new car, make the payment. It won't come out of my salon income. My husband will be happy. I can do this. And that is why I started, you guys. That was my high end goal, was that $400 to $500 a month. And I'm not going to lie, also to sort of support my Sephora habit that my husband didn't really know about at the time. I don't think he knows about it actually still. But anyways, that is why I joined, flat out. And I took the time that I, quote, didn't have. And I started pouring everything in. You guys all have one of these smartphones. At the time, I had an iPhone 4 with a big old spiderweb crack in the screen. And
hey, mine currently has a Spider-Man crack still in the screen. Mom life.
Yeah, right.
Just is what it is.
So you guys, I took that, and you all probably, if you're on here, raise your hand if you found out about it. It works through social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Most of you did. I did. So if you have the time to scroll on your phone and to look at your Facebook, if you watch, whatever TV episodes and TV marathons, trade some of that in and you can change your whole entire life, because that is literally what I did. It took me about 7 months of doing this on my spare time to replace my hairdressing income full time. And in my second year in, about 17 months in, I replaced my husband's income as well. We earned $50,000 in bonuses. The next 6 months later is when I hit the rank I'm at right now, became 6-figure earner. You guys, I never made 6 figures at any job in my life. And it's still pretty crazy to think about, because of this opportunity that I didn't think I needed, didn't think I wanted. And most importantly, I didn't think I could do it, right? Because I didn't have time and I'm not a salesperson. But let me just tell you, sharing products that are absolutely life-changing, that's what we do in a nutshell. And it is so, so incredible. And it is an opportunity that honestly, it's right there for all of you.
And I love how she says that, because honestly, you think, other fears that people are talking about is like, do I know enough people? I remember thinking like, do you run out of people? Like, this just seems weird, and really, I didn't know Janny before this business. Like, you meet people, you network all the time. And like she said, if you're on social media already, which a lot of people are, I know I connect with a lot of different moms on social media. And I love it. I love it. We're like little support people for each other, and we can share funny mom stories that actually make you sane, but then you find humor in it and you're like, thank you, God, I'm not alone. Right. And so really, social media, it is such a powerful tool. So just a little bit about my story. This is another thing with this business does not discriminate. So it doesn't matter if you graduated high school. It doesn't matter if you have a master's degree. It doesn't matter how much money, maybe you already make 6 figures or whatever it is. None of those things matter because there's all walks of life in this business, and literally you can make it whatever you want. And so that's the thing that I also feel like is so moving, and just getting to be a part of this and being a part of it for 6 years. It's just, when I look at my team, I'm like, it is all different sorts of people. And so for myself, you guys, I started 6 years ago, and I was working as a charge nurse night shift on our labor and delivery unit. And I'd been there for a while. That makes me sound old. I'd been there for a little while. But you guys, it was my dream job. Like, I took every opportunity that I could to better myself as a nurse, move up the ladder there. And I remember it was like I was 28, I think, and I was pregnant with Grady. And they were like, so I had my little evaluation. They're like, so you're maxed out. And I'm like, what does that mean? And I'm still like smiling because I had this great evaluation. They're like, you no longer get raises. And I'm like, what? And I'm sitting there thinking like, I'm pregnant with my first child. I bust booty here, and I'm 28 and I'm planning to do this, until this long. And what do you mean I'm not going to get any more raises? And I remember like coming home kind of discouraged, and you don't think much of it. I'm like, well, I went to school for that. Like, what am I supposed to do? They don't tell you that in nursing school when you're up at 6 a.m. for clinicals that you get capped off. And so anyways, I remember I got to be home for the first time. So working has always been a part of who I am. I was just telling Janny this today. It's something that has always empowered me. That's how we grew up. We had jobs when we were super young. But so for me, you guys, I didn't think to myself like, oh, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like I was like, no, I have a balance between this and this. But then you have your baby and you're like, gosh, they're cute, and things change. And then I had maternity leave and it was 3 months off. And you guys, I will never forget that. Like Kevin and I actually got to have dinner together. I wasn't rushing. Like everyone was asking me, are you tired? Are you so stressed? Are you this? I'm like, no, like this is amazing. I'm not any of those things. And it was then that I kind of realized, like, I remember telling Kevin, I'm like, I refuse to work extra. Like these little ones are only little for so long. And so then as my friend was posting about these wraps, well, she had 3 kiddos at the time. She now has 4. And she's one of my best friends, and she told me about, I'm like, what are you posting about? And she told me about it, and she was so excited. And here's the thing, as best friends, we all know those things that you feel insecure about, right? I don't see that, but she sees that. And really what I see is I'm like, people would die to look like that after 3 children, you know? And so she doesn't see that. But anyway, so she's telling me about these wraps and she's like, oh, so I'm like, just send me your website. I just want to see what it is. And you guys, it's funny. Janny wanted the wraps. I wanted the greens. At that point, I was having the life sucked out of me because I was feeding Grady and he was a moose and eating all the time. And so I was like, I want the greens because I want better energy. I want to be healthy. Like I'm around sickness all the time. I don't have time to be sick. And I went for the fat fighters because let's be real, I like pizza and pasta. And then I wanted a different supplement, like a new you supplement that helps with sleep. And so I was already talking about using the products. And then Danielle, my friend, was like, have you ever thought of doing this business? And my first initial thought was like, absolutely freaking not. Like, no, and I instantly had anxiety. And then she's like, no, seriously, Sarah, like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but all I know is people love these products. They're so happy. I'm getting all these awesome text messages and you can make awesome money. And honestly, you guys, this is what I instantly thought. I'm like, okay, my dad's always said like, what's your plan B? What's your plan B? Which annoyed the crap out of me. Because I'm like, I have a good job. Like, why are you asking me? And to be honest, I'm like, I don't want to spend more time away. So what can I do that I could bring in without displacing me from my home? Like without taking me away from my family even more. And so when she brought that up, I'm like, okay, this is something that I could do that's fun, that is amongst my friends, completely different and way less stress than the job that I had, obviously at the hospital, but complements it so perfectly. And I'm just going to learn. Like I've done what I've done at the hospital. I love it, but I can easily add this on. And instead of working extra, my goal was, what did you say your goal was monthly?
400 to 500.
Okay. So my goal was $500 a month. And for the reason why I had that number was that was a shift for me at the hospital. So I just was like, oh, if I could do that and get my products covered, amazing. You guys, so I did exactly what they told me to do. I got $100 free shopping spree, when you help for the first 4 people, which all of you guys could go get, you earn wrap rewards, all these different things. And my first month in, I doubled that in wrap cash, which is like one of the ways of the 5 ways that we can make money. And I'll never forget that. You guys, the wrap cash, that was paying for like Target trips. Like anybody on here would just like love to cover their Target trip when they walk out. Like it was covering things like that. It was covering our groceries. Like I realized when I was getting paid at the hospital, I'm like, I've hardly even touched our checking account because I'm doing this and I'm helping people with their goals and they're wanting to wrap and they're wanting to use these different supplements that we have, And so I was so excited. Like, yes, I was adding something extra into my life, but I was also getting something extra from it. And so I think, gosh, I'm trying to think. 3 months in, there was a bonus that's available. And we'll talk about that. It works is they offer some fun things like that. Something that I definitely would never get offered at the hospital. That's just not how they work. And so I did like that. Like I just found you guys that this business filled gaps that my dream job just didn't. And so it just allowed us to fast track our goals. I worked full time all the way up. So if you're wondering like, hey, I work full time, can I do this? You 100% can. Janny worked full time. I had a 4-month-old when I first started. In the midst of building my business, I got married, had another baby, we moved. Like life happens, but this business literally just goes with you. Like Janny was saying, like it just comes along with you. And so just by putting in some part-time hours and working from my phone and helping other people, you guys, I remember I got a $10,000 bonus and I hit a diamond promotion like 3 months in. And then it was a double diamond promotion. And then I think it was like a year and a half in, I was making more than I was at the hospital. And so the thing is it's not to be boastful about what we're making, but it's crazy that a $99 opportunity can turn into literally whatever you want, and turned into way bigger than what we ever expected, just by helping other people do the exact same thing. That won an extra $200 to $500 a month, because most people aren't coming in with this huge idea because they're skeptical, and so were we. And so you don't think like, oh my gosh, can I make a 6-figure income? Like that just sounds so unreachable to so many people. But as you do it and you add the little steps up each month, before you know it, you can be doing something like that. So it was just nice because it allowed us to pay off debt so much faster. So we didn't have credit card debt. I don't have like a rags to riches story. And like I said, it wasn't like this business found me and I was miserable. Like that wasn't it at all. Honestly, I was like, I just want to add something new and this would be great. And I'm kind of wanting to turn gears a little bit. And this just allowed me to do so. But instead of paying, on your student loans for 30 years, we paid them off in 3 months. It's stuff like that, that when you add something just extra that's fun, not only are you having a good time and you get to meet so many awesome people and you have self-growth and all this stuff, but you get to do things like that just seems so far out of reach and it comes so much faster. So, and then now I get to be home full time with my kiddos right now. And same thing, just get to make a 6-figure income helping other moms. Like today, one of the girls messaged me and she's like, I would just love to cover my Target trips. And I'm like, or not feel guilty if I want to go get my hair done or whatever it is. And I'm like, I can't tell you how many moms start this business or people start this business for those reasons. And I'm like, you can do that really quickly. So a little bit just about It Works. If you don't know a ton about it, they are a debt-free company. It was started by a school teacher. He was actually a math teacher, right? Yeah. And a coach. And you will know that. So if you've ever seen him or when you join, you will see that coach in him. And it's so awesome. Like I could listen to him speak for so long. But anyways, he started for exactly what a lot of us start for an extra $500. And then as he saw how much opportunity there was with a company like this, he kind of picked things that he liked and he picked things that he wanted in a company and he made his own. And so that's where it comes from. And the thing is I think it was like 7 years from starting, they went debt-free as a company. So that is one thing that they want every single one of us to be, is live debt-free. They preach that. They're not like preaching to go drive a Lexus or go do this or buy this huge home or anything like that. They're like, pay off your debt so you can travel debt-free. You can, pivot when life needs you to pivot. You can do it and you have choices. You can give more, you can save more. Like that is, and honestly, you guys, that vision is what changes a lot of our lives amongst our team. Because you do get to pay off those things. You get to live in a house that you get to live in that's, doesn't have a mortgage with it, which is crazy. They are a Christian-based company. You guys, we have 50 plus products. Plant-based products, a lot. We just came out with a brand new keto line. It's not just for people that do a keto lifestyle. It's just that they have seen the benefits of a keto lifestyle and they wanted to offer products that fit into a lifestyle like that. So it is still beneficial to those that aren't doing it, but also beneficial to those that are. And honestly, I'm quite frankly obsessed with it.
Pretty much obsessed. Down 30 pounds. I'm down 30 pounds.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
I don't think I've actually ever felt any better. And so that's the thing. They're always looking. They're always growing. They research their products. And so when we talk about not being a salesperson, I am not a salesperson. I've never taken a business class in my entire life. However, you see people share stuff all the time, like favorite outfits, right? They're sharing their favorite places to eat, all those things. I share how I make my coffee every morning because truth is my coffee is bomb and it turns me into superwoman for like the rest of the day. And we're up really early. And so, 90% of people drink coffee, right? And so if you can have a coffee that's helping you burn fat for fuel, I can't tell you how many hands raised up that they're like, please get me that. Or they see the wraps and they want the wraps. There's not, there's no other company or store out there that offers those types of things. And then we talked about longevity. Like they have plans. We're growing. We're international. And they're just really focused on having a good time while living a life that you want to live. Let me see. Oh, I was just seeing if there's any questions out there. Is there any other fears? I think we kind of talked about fears. So no one starts this fearless. We said that. Most of us were like, okay, we got to kind of get over it. The funny thing is some of the things that you feared, was it even really there?
Honestly, you guys, one of my big fears when I was about to sign up was I don't want to spend more than I make. I don't want this to become just one more bill, one more thing that I'm going to buy. And my husband, who is very, he was like, oh, geez, Janny, you've done a company like this before. So if you've done a company like this before, first of all, there is no company like this, but let's just be honest. But I did a company years ago, you guys. So that was a fear of mine because I never made a dime. But I also didn't have the leadership, the support, the training. The products just weren't that exciting. There was a lot of things. And so I tell people, I'm like, okay, so if you dated somebody and they weren't the one, does that mean you never date somebody else? Obviously, no, that would just be stupid. Okay. So yes, I did another company before. I never made any money. So that was a fear. I also spent way more with that company than I never made anything. So that was a fear. So when I joined, my husband said, just do what you want to do. I support you, but the last thing he said to me before I signed up was don't spend more money than you're going to actually make. And so that was really my first goal. I was like, okay, if I'm going to order a few products, that's how much I need to make my first month. And you guys, I think I tripled that my first month because it wasn't hard to be excited about products that were amazing. The first time I did a full package of 4 wraps. I ran down the stairs and showed my husband my pictures that I did a side-by-side on my phone. And I was like, look at this, and tell me this didn't work. And I was like, I was just freaking excited. And that's when I knew I had my hands on something. So, and then like Sarah said, she joined for the greens. You guys, the greens, I'm just going to tell you right now, I started the month after I joined in 2014. It is 2018. If you're watching this some other date in the future, I have not been sick, and you can laugh and roll your eyes, but I have not been sick. We live in Arizona, and we've been living here for almost 2 years. I don't even have a doctor. I don't even know who I would go to because I have not needed a doctor. No medical claims, but I'm just telling you my story. I have not been sick. The products are incredible. So not a salesperson, no time. Oh, I don't know enough people. Like, get out your phone right now. If you're going to tell me you don't know enough people, okay? Get out your phone and click on the contacts. Oh, there's 2 people right now that want to order keto coffee. Just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding. But anyways, that's biggest seller right now. Get out your contacts and look through your contacts and tell me you don't know 5 people. Because guess what? Mm-hmm. Sarah she hasn't told you yet, but she's at the top highest rank of this entire company. And it takes 5 people who want to build a business and be serious. It takes 5 people. 5 of the right people. So tell me you don't know 5 people. And I've met so many amazing people since starting this business. I joke around about the fact that if I was going to get married, which I'm already married, so that's awkward. But if I was going to get married, my bridal party, like half of them would be, it works friends, and I'm not even kidding. It's crazy. So let's talk a little bit about the money. What's your favorite way that we earn money, Sarah?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you my first couple favorite ways that like blew my mind, especially in the beginning, because they are like right now money. So, Wrap Cash is one of them. That literally is like what we lived off of the first month that I was even in at work. So I'm like, this is crazy. And you guys, when I look back at it, if you're looking at certain people's, profiles and you're like, oh my gosh, but they have this many people and blah, blah. I promise you, most of us didn't start like that. It's because we've learned. And you can learn just like we did. But like, I think I posted one time every 3 weeks on Facebook, and I actually didn't even own or have Instagram. So that wasn't even it. So, but Wrap Cash, you guys, I just showed what the wraps were doing. I didn't know exactly, the science behind every little thing. I hadn't even wrapped myself yet because I already wanted people that wanted them. So Wrap Cash is one of the ways. So, we don't carry a lot of inventory with it works. So that was one of the things that I was like, Holly freaking Luya. The other thing is I was like, I am not going to go deliver things door to door. And there's nothing against that. I just knew like that did not fit in my lifestyle at the current moment. And so when you're looking for things, you're trying to see things that fit your lifestyle, right? It's busy. Maybe you're hustling kids. Maybe you're already working 2 jobs, whatever it is. So I was kind of almost interviewing to see like, could I actually do this, you know? And another thing was like, I didn't want to do parties. I am not a shy person, but I was mortified of that. Am I now? No, because they're super laid back and you don't have to. But the thing is I could build this business however I wanted. So I posted about it. People wanted to wrap. I wrapped them. And so Wrap Cash, you can get a personal order. So a lot of people, you know, that are usually on here, they have products that they're wanting. And then you're kind of thinking like, okay, I want to get them at discount already. Actually, I would rather even earn free ones. And if not, can I continuously continue to earn free ones and make some extra income? And that's what brings you to this business, right? And so for me, I was getting the wraps in and they were leaving. So whatever you have on hand in your little monthly order that you have, you literally can sell for retail. And the difference between your discount or free that you're getting, you sell it for the retail price. And that's what makes Wrap Cash. And that's what I made like $1,100 in Wrap Cash my first month in. You guys, my goal is to make $500 a month by the end of my first year. My husband said the same thing. He's like, I was scared about losing money. And he's like, as long as you break even, who cares? Like, why can't you put a little extra work into something? And then from there, once you break even, you know, like I'm adding on to a profit here from here on out. Right. And so I kind of did the exact same thing Janny did. You know, so you start a little bit skeptical, you guys, but you also have this hope to be like, no, now once you kind of see it, you're like, no, I could use it for this, or it could go here, or we could pay this off a lot faster. It's funny how you think maybe you don't need that extra money, but when you start getting it, you easily have a place to put it, right? And so Wrap Cash is something that you can earn right off the bat, you guys. And you get 4 wraps in your kit already, so that's really makes it risk-free, which is what I really liked. So I did that right off the bat. The other one is making weekly bonuses. So just for helping our new teammates get free product, get product even at further discount, like 80% off, you can get $100 unlimited weekly bonuses, and those get paid out to you on Fridays. So sometimes you're working and you're building your team and you're doing your business and you're helping your friends work towards their goal, and all of a sudden you get a $300 deposit into your account on a Friday. That's
last week.
Yeah.
$300.
And it's nice because you're like, oh, like perfect timing for the weekend, right? Sometimes that goes towards my kids' sporting events. Sometimes it just goes to fun weekend events.
Target.
Everyone loves Target. We all love Target. And so you have the weekly fast start bonuses as well. So all of those, like you're not waiting. If you get started and get going right away and start sharing right away, you're going to get paid right away. You're not going to have to wait a long time before you're getting a profit. And then we also have 3 other ways to get some extra money.
So there's monthly commission, which everything Sarah just told you guys about, the Wrap Cash, the weekly bonuses, those are on top of our bread and butter, which is our monthly commission. So you got your sundae, and then the little cherry and the whipped cream is what she just told you about. Commission that hits your account. You guys, I will never, like I said, my goal was that $500 a month. I will never forget the first time I saw a comma after the 5. Okay. And I was just bawling. I will never, you probably remember your comma. That was the goal for a long time. After I got that $500 a month, I was like, okay, how do I get a comma? I want a comma. I want a paycheck with a comma. Who doesn't want that? That is so, so incredible. And just by following a very simple system every single month, helping people, sharing products that are changing our lives, helping other people do the same thing. And basically it's like lather, rinse, repeat. You're doing the same thing. It's not complicated. And you start to see your residual income grow. And honestly, you guys, residual income, I don't know who said this, it's not my quote, but if you truly understood what that meant, you would walk through fire to get it. And it's so true. You know, whatever you're going through, life happens, you go on vacation, we're going on vacation this weekend, to know that you can actually experience the fruits of your business and the fruits of your labor from a year ago. Like Sarah and I are getting paid for work we did a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, last week. You know, if you go to work and you work for an hour and you get paid for that hour, and maybe you get paid underpaid, maybe you're getting paid great, whatever, but you still get paid one time on that hour. When I put in an hour of work and when Sarah puts in an hour of work, we're going to get paid on that hour of work in 2 years and in 2 months. It's residual income. It's amazing. So our commission every single month that comes in is the bulk of our income. Okay. And then the other way we get paid is some bonuses. So we're going to go over what's the current promotion right now and what's going on. So you want to stick around for the very, very end of this. And did I miss the way?
No.
I think that's it.
And then just once you hit a certain rank, you unlock leadership bonuses. So those are the 5 ways. So you have wrap cash and fast start bonuses, which you can start earning right away. And then you have your commission check. And then that gets paid. We get paid once a month with that. So like for all of May, we'll get a check on June 15th. And everyone always asks us, you can set it up. It's direct deposit. Like it's simple. It's quick and easy and fun.
Direct deposit.
And then you have, sometimes they offer like those extra bonuses like I was telling you. So the bonuses, I did not start for the bonuses because again, I was skeptical. I didn't even know if I could break even. Like that, I'm telling you, that's how I started. So when people think like, I didn't think I was just this amazing rock star that was going to come in and kill this business. But when I started getting them, like I got close to one and I'm like, I have to go for that because I have a team right now of like 15 girls that are killing it and they could all get this $10,000 bonus. So I remember pushing so hard for that and I got it. I'm like, this is insane. So total, you guys, I think in 3.5 years, between my husband and I, we got $267,000 just in bonuses. Okay. So that's one of the 5 ways. How many? You've earned a ton too.
Mm-hmm.
And then even today, we just had a girl on our team that just earned a $25,000 bonus because she just hit Presidential Diamond, which is like a second to the top rank. It's just amazing, which means she has so many team below her, you guys. Not only getting that $200, $300, $500 extra, but thousands extra a month doing a business from home. And so that's the fun part. You're not just growing it for you. You get to grow along with so many other people. And I think that's what makes it so incredibly fun is you're not doing it alone. You're not alone doing this. So, yeah, so we said that. And then the leadership bonuses. So there's 5 different ways that you can make money.
So basically how you actually get started and get going, because hopefully you guys are like, oh my gosh, money, money, money. How do I get started? It's $99 to join. Was it $99 when you joined?
Yeah.
Okay.
It had just went to $99.
I think at one point it was $100.
It used to be like $199.
Okay. So it's $99. The kit comes with well over that. You have the chance to get your $100 product shopping spree in your first month, which we're going to teach you exactly how to do that. And just about everybody on my team and Sarah's team gets that, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. You have all your training. You have 4 wraps to start off with, you guys. And Sarah already told you about wrap cash. So you can use those wraps for yourself like I did, or you can start selling them and you can make your money right back. And if you need to make that money right back, because some of us, I don't even think we covered that. Oh, I don't have the money. Let me just tell you, I didn't even know where that money was going to come from when I joined you guys. We were living in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath on like very, very small condo with 5 of us and 2 animals. So I didn't have extra money, but I also was sick of it. I was sick of not having extra money. If you don't have $100, you need this business. You need something. If you can't rub $100 together to get this started, what makes you think next month you're going to all of a sudden have it? You're probably scraping at the same time. Like if you find yourself always having more month than you have money, it should be the other way around. So you need this so bad. Do it. We've had people that, one of my best friends in this business sold a bunch of her daughter's clothes and toys to join. Another girl on my team begged her mom to borrow the money. I honestly am just not the best with my money. So I was just like, well, whatever. If I can't buy groceries next week, at least I'm going to just join anyway. So I just joined. And it's the best thing I ever did, you guys. So it's at $99 to get going, and you are under no contract. There's no quota. We don't have, you're not locked in for some secret amount of time. It's all month to month, and it is so much fun. Is there anything else you want to say before?
No. And I think I like that you explain that, because when we think about fears, that was another thing I asked you guys. And this is what I'm telling you, no one starts fearless, okay? And I want you to know that. And there's not this this perfect time to start. If it's on your heart and you've been thinking about it and you could use it, do it. You are going to figure it out. You're going to have people to help you. But that was something else that I had asked. If I am horrible at this and I hate this, can I quit? My friend's like, yes, you can quit. And that is truly the honest to God truth, and they say give it a year. I will tell you, in a year, there was no way I was ever even thinking about quitting. Not to mention, I knew that within the first little bit, And like I said, I finally had found this perfect plan B that I could do alongside. I was working full time, being a mom, all those things. And it just complemented it so well. And I think that's the one thing I see the most of is that it's, even if you don't need the income to, that's what you're looking for, the complement, then they're finding the friendships, they're finding the growth, they're finding like the fun of working. You know, maybe somebody's making a lot of money, but it's not fun. It's usually, if you're making pretty good money, it's pretty stressful. There's a reason why you're getting that, you know? And so it's just, you have all walks of life that are in it. And I think that's the thing, is that it's not hard to get started. It's quick and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Most of us will either go drop $99 in a month at Starbucks going through the drive-thrus, or we go to Target and we do it, or we go to a restaurant.
5 minutes at Target.
Yeah, you know, and so really, if you just think, have you ever spent $99 where you've gotten something in return back? Like, that is what my thought was. And I'm like, why wouldn't I try? At least try, you know? And then that's what got us here.
One thing I do want to say that I did not say earlier is, I have to be honest, in the beginning, I was just like so many people. I was like, what about what my family thinks? What are my friends going to think? I'm a successful hairdresser. Sarah was a very successful nurse, educated. You know, what are people going to think if I'm, you know, posting and this and that? Let me just tell you, they are not going to knock on your door and walk into your house and start writing checks for your bills. Okay. They're not going to ever do that. I don't give a crap what anyone thinks, except for my family, my immediate family, my kids. You know what I mean? Would you rather be worried about what somebody thinks of you, or not be able to take care of your kids, or not be able to see your kids? The average income in the US, you guys, for a working adult is $31,000. The average daycare cost for 2 kids is $22,000. And in California, where I'm from, it's way more than that, but that is the average across the country. Why on earth do you think there are so many people looking for alternative ways to make money? And if you're looking for an alternative way to make money, why on earth would you leave the house when, if you have kids, you're already out of the house all the time? And if you don't have kids, still, like, you guys, most of the time I get to work my business in my Lululemons or my Target stretch pants and whatever. Be comfortable. So this is why there are so many people doing a business like ours. And maybe I'm biased, but like I said, I've done another company before, and our company is just, there's just no comparison. Our compensation plan is the best. And if you have more questions about details or things like that, definitely, we don't want to keep you here all night. So definitely reach out to the person that invited you and sent you this video, and they will go over more detailed things with you. But I just wanted to say, like, why, if you're sitting there, whatever your fear is, whatever your hesitation is, what do you have to lose by trying, and what do you have to gain by trying? And I tell this story, my own little sister, when she was going to think about joining, she was just hesitating. And I was like, look, what is it that is so scary to you? And she goes, what if I fail? Literally, that's what she said to me. And I was like, what if you don't? If you don't try, then you seal the deal that you failed. Mm-hmm. And I will never forget when she texted me back and she was like, all capitals, you're so right. Well, I'm her big sister, so of course I'm right. But I was right, you guys. And she blew it out of the water in her first 2 months. What if you fail? But what if you don't fail and you have nothing to lose by trying and everything to gain? So we are so glad you guys are here. We're going to continue for just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we're going to share